Good evening to you. Welcome to another What's Up Wednesday. I think this is episode 170. We got some big news to share for you to share with you tonight. And this is going to be probably the toughest video I've done in my entire YouTube career. We're going to talk about that tonight. I just want to thank everybody for being here. I gave some of this amazing audience a heads up. This was coming tonight. Some of this is a big surprise to you. And I'm definitely buying some bourbon from the super chats. We'll get to that in a few minutes. Hang in there with me. So I'm going to read off my iPad because this is a pretty heavy subject and I don't want to goof it up too bad. And I'm going to try really hard. Not to tear up. All right, let's do this first. This will help. So I'm going to make a little pour out of the Jefferson's Reserve. This came from the Peace, Love, and Vans group honoring me for starting my 6th year of full-time travel in my van. So let's do that as a little medicine. This is, by the way, is really good. I want to thank everybody that was there for that. I'll never forget that. It was one of the highlights of my entire YouTube career. Cheers, everybody. It's so delish. All right. So I'm going to get through my monologue, then we'll take some questions like we always like to do, and that is no exception tonight. So I'm going to share about what is happening, what it means for Go Small, Live Large, why a sabbatical, what's next for me, what's next for the channel, and how you can stay involved. If you can help me out with your questions, I'm happy to answer questions and address comments after this. If you can use our question format, that would be great. 3 stars, 3 question marks, and then your question will help that come through. And then we'll also, as part of that, say howdy to folks in the audience. And I'm happy to say we added 2 countries on the world map, Chile and Colombia, which is pretty awesome. An international sensation. What's Up Wednesday? Who knew? So let me kind of get into this. Why am I taking a sabbatical? This was probably the most difficult decision I made in many years. It will upset some of you. It will surprise some of you. Some of you may say, I told you so. And all of you wouldn't kind of be wrong, but it's just things have kind of come to a head. And that's what I want to do tonight is talk about what's happening. So what's happening is I need a break. I just need a break. I'm going to explain this more in detail in a few minutes. What I did not want to do, because we spent 6 years growing this community together, is just disappear off YouTube. Many of the van lifers done it. Other YouTube content creators have done it. And I did not want to just disappear without explaining myself and asking for your patience as I take the sabbatical so we can come back stronger than ever. I'll be taking a sabbatical from YouTube over the next several months. Little recorded, edited, uploaded video content will be put on YouTube. I've been doing this every week. I'm going to show you in a minute. It might blow your mind. It blows my mind. Tonight will be our last scheduled What's Up Wednesday. That probably hurts my heart the most because this is where we bring our community together. And this is our last scheduled What's Up Wednesday. What's great is I spoke with all of my partners last week, some RV manufacturers, everybody that's kind of been a supporter of me, us, the channel. I had conversations with them last week. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. But we might do a partner pop-up during the sabbatical. I might just throw a video up just because I want YouTube to know I'm alive, right? My plan is, again, to take a vacation from the overhead of YouTube. I'll be returning. The plan is on Wednesday, the 28th of August, 2024. At that point, we'll be returning to regular What's Up Wednesdays and regular YouTube schedules. We're returning as a travel-focused channel. That would be going to national parks, taking trips of days, weeks, or months to cool places. We'll have a planned route plan like national parks. Who knew? There could be more storytelling oriented and far fewer van tours. I have leaned on van tours to generate views for far too long. The van's important, but those of you that have your van, you know it's about getting out there. That's what it's all about. Now, I've been fortunate enough to save enough money over the years that I'm not going to starve to death on this sabbatical. So for that, I'm very thankful. So what's it mean for Go Small, Live Large? As I mentioned, this is the last scheduled What's Up Wednesday until I return. We may pop in just to check in on everybody. That would be fun. Again, very few posted videos to YouTube just to let them know I'm still alive. The algorithm, that is. We will have no more scheduled Vanberries or roundups through the YouTube platform. In fact, I'm going to cancel the Vanbury Roundup in September, or the Vanbury Campout in September. That was going to be at the Kentucky Bourbon Festival. I'm not going. I've not bought a ticket because they're not available yet. They go on sale in 7 days. I'm going to release my camp spot. I will not be going to the Bourbon Festival as a Vanbury in September. However, for those of you on Patreon that are at the true believer level, you know about our secret campout in Florida at home base. That is going to continue. So I'm very excited about that. And I would ask that if you want to kind of go with me on this new ride, consider joining Patreon, patreon.com/go small, live large. There's a $0 level, $10 level, and $20 a level. And it'd just be an honor to have you part of that special community that we built just over the last year. And it's a really tight community. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. All right, Scott, keep going. So why a sabbatical? Deep breath. I needed vacation. I needed vacation from my dream life. YouTube is a huge commitment. For those of you that are content creators, you know how tough it is to be a content creator. It's way different than a job. YouTube is not like a 48-hour-a-week job where you get nights off, you get weekends off, you get holidays off. It's a demanding mistress, and it's very fickle. And if you're not producing the exact kind of content that the algorithm rewards, you just kind of get left behind. And that's what's been happening to me. Let me share some numbers with you and what have you. Here we go, Scott. So I posted my very first YouTube video in April of 2018. I didn't have my van. We hadn't even ordered the van yet. I don't think. And I posted a video a month up until August. This video actually was me and Kyle going to our very first RV show. I was so excited. He was so not. I started posting content at least weekly, beginning in August of 2018. And ever since then, I have been posting 1, 2, 3 pieces of content, that'd be videos, up to YouTube, plus What's Up Wednesday, which started in January 2021. So I'm not slacking on the effort. However, I'm going to show you some numbers here, and I want to zoom in for you. I just did my taxes for 2023, and to kind of put this in perspective, for the entire year last year off YouTube, and that includes super chats, by the way. I see some big numbers. Thank you. That's so generous of you. We'll get to that in just a second. For all in on YouTube, I made $24,861 for all of the effort on YouTube in 2023. Not looking to get any sympathy. I'm just saying, some can live on $2,000 a month, not me. So let me share what's going on, because the more effort I put in, the less I'm making. Let me spin this forward. And this really was kind of what brought this to a head at this point in time. So these are views. This is off the YouTube Studio app for creators like me. And views of my videos, live and otherwise, for the first 90 days in 2024. If you look at the left-hand side, views are up 52%, more than the previous 90 days, which would have been Q4 2023. And that's over 800,000 views of videos. Pretty awesome, right? Again, not for lack of effort. Watch time for the first 90 days in 2024, left red circle there, up 34%, more than the previous 90 days. You see the big spike there? That's the Super Show. That's always a lift. And over 78,000 hours of Go Small, Live Large content has been generated in these 90 days. Subscribers, really happy to say, in the first 90 days of 2024, subscribers were up 36% more than the previous 90-day period, adding about 2,000 people over that 90-day period. Revenue for the first 90 days in 2024, there you can see the red bubble, was $5,273 divided by January, February, March. It's about $1,700 a month. Not shabby. Not shabby. The problem is, if I look at just the last 90 days, or the last 30 days, that's the month of March, the revenue has already shrank over $400. And this continues to be the trend, which is it's this roller coaster of a demanding mistress that is called YouTube. And it's a treadmill. I used to have 7 Saturdays. I now have 7 Mondays. And because the income from YouTube is fairly anemic, now I could move these numbers by doing things that aren't me. I can make negative stuff. I could top 5 things I hate about. Van life sucks for these reasons. I've experimented and they really work. Some of my competitors put out a bunch of negative stuff to get it ain't me. So I'm kind of the oddball. I get it. So what I want to do, what I need to do is rely on some partners for income. That was kind of the game, to be able to get out of my corporate job, create a community, create some fun on the road, and find some sponsors to help augment YouTube. And I'm happy to say I've had some great partners over the year, including Embassy RV and Volta. Amazing, right? We built a whole family around Embassy RV, and I'm so pleased to be part of that family. And my Wi-Fi still working. And we had 2 new partners this year. I'm really excited. RVer Vans and Sunshine State RVs. I've called all my partners I've worked with over the years, including some of the manufacturers like Coachman RV, Nick there, and Winnebago Motorhomes, my home dealer. I said, hey, here's what's up. Here's why. And though they were surprised, they understood. More importantly, they were very understanding and supportive and said, hey, take a vacation. We'll pick up where we left off. In fact, let's make bigger and better plans. So I just want to thank all of you for being in this audience, number one, for the partners for being there for the ride. And without them, I probably would have stopped this, just because putting out the amount of effort to make 24 grand a year, frankly, isn't worth it. But we've put a lot of investment and time and effort, all this together, to bring this community together. So we've got to figure out what's next. So what's next? Excuse me. I knew this would be tough. Let me just look over here, see what's coming up next. So what's coming up next is, for me, after Bisbee, I'm really happy to say that my partner Kyle of 24 years is flying into Tucson. We're going to do the whole Bisbee thing together. And for those of you going to Bisbee and were there last year, you know what a hoop and a holler it's going to be. When Bisbee's done, I'm going to pile him into the van and we are driving back to Florida. I'm returning to home base. And one of the first things I'm going to do is hire a personal trainer at the Anytime Fitness near one of the houses. And I'm going to get into a physical regimen that is going to pay off big time. I'm really excited about that. We already have a cruise planned. He's really good on getting free cruises to the casino. So mid-May, we're jumping on a Caribbean cruise for about 2 weeks. Pretty excited about that. One thing about Kyle, all the previous years when I was leaving, I'm like, sayonara, I'll see you in December. Return to home base. This year, there was a very different weird feeling. Maybe it's the death of my mom, death of my dad, the separation from past and present with those two. And all I have really left is my brother and sister, which, you know, your brothers and sisters, and Kyle. So there was just something very different about the feeling this year, departing Florida, and it just didn't feel right. That really kind of came to a head. What's next for Go Small, Live Large? Talked to you about the content, talked to you about the What's Up Wednesday. We'll pop in here and there, but I'm pretty much taking a break. However, I'm leaning into Patreon. What I wanted to do is, let's see, stay involved is next. Okay. Leaning into Patreon and our Zoom chats. I'm going to experiment traveling in my van without the overhead of YouTube. So think about this for a second, please. And that is, I've never traveled in my van doing YouTube, without doing YouTube. Now I'm going to experiment traveling in my van without YouTube. I can't wait. And I'm going to experiment with travel destination style videos. I'm going to look at a lot of them on the YouTube and figure out what formats I like. Maybe I can come up with my own and just learn better storytelling around destinations. We'll probably come back with a different format of What's Up Wednesday. I got to figure out my new audio gear that I spent a few $1,000s on. Haven't even used it yet. And what's probably going to happen is I'm going to likely stop traveling full time, which means I leave in December, leave in February, and return in December for Christmas. I'm probably going to stop full-time van travel and living in my van, assuming one of the houses are open. So the punchline there is I'm going to be more like most of you, because this is all I've known for 6 years. Well, since February 2019 when I went full time. So what that means is I'll be able to understand how you travel and help folks understand through the experience of 6 years of doing this, how to plan trips for days, weeks, or months. And maybe national parks will be on the list and some of the other things. And it'll be a 2-week trip and return to home base. Now, I really want to get back out west. So what's going to happen is at some point next year, I'm going to have to skedaddle all the way west. So we can do the Rockies and that kind of a thing. I'm even toying with leaving the van at my brother's house, flying back. So at least the van's in the west, which might open up an opportunity for a new van to do the East Coast and Central US. I don't know. We'll see. A lot of things up in the air. When I do come back on the airwaves on YouTube, my plan is to travel for a long trip up the East Coast. I've never been on the East Coast, north of Philadelphia, in the van. So I'm really excited about that. So that's kind of some of the plans there. A lot of you are in here. I appreciate that. So let's talk about how to stay involved if you'd like to. And I really pray that you do, because we've all invested so much. So one of the easiest things, and I promise to put more content here, is on the Go Small Live Large Facebook page that Chris and Sandy put together. I haven't posted here just because I got so many other things going on, mentioned all that. So here I will pop in more often and say hi, put some content here. The other thing that I'm doing is leaning really heavily into Patreon. We started this community a little over a year ago. And for those of you that are part of this, you know, I'm really passionate about it. We share a lot of stuff. You'll never see a lot of this stuff on YouTube, Instagram, or otherwise, because I'm leaning in on Patreon with videos, photos, advice. We're continuing our Zoom group chat twice a month. Urban camping locations will still be revealed because I'm going to be traveling in my van. And those will be revealed for the $20 a month level. And I'll still be posting roundups and van breeze, but only through the Patreon platform. So if you want to get involved and put some energy in there, you choose whether it's worth it or not. You can stop at any time. Those are the dollar levels. Everybody gets something. And for those of you at the True Believer level, our next Patreon Zoom is going to be next Friday the 19th, which is going to be from Bisbee. So we might be passing around the phone or the microphone around the campfire at the Bisbee and letting everybody kind of share. And we might make that an open one. I don't know. What do you think? So that's what I wanted to share with you. Because again, it's been very heavy on my heart, and I'm sorry to kind of shock a lot of you, but it's time to do something different. The effort is real. The results are real, but I need 7 Saturdays and then some back, not 7 Mondays and not so much for the return. So hopefully that makes sense to you. If you can give us a thumb up, that would be awesome. And now let's say how to some folks. Thank you for indulging me on the why. And while I'm going to miss it terribly, What's Up Wednesday, I'm looking forward to, I don't know. Anyway, so I love you all. You know that, right? And I wouldn't be doing most of this if it wasn't for all of you. So it's just time to shift gears. Okay, that's not Christ God. Okay, let's say hi to some folks, and let's go way up here. Oh, let's have one of these. Cheers, everybody. Man, if you haven't tried this yet, I'm really looking forward to getting some distilleries, and that could be some destination trips, right? I will not be going to Kentucky. I'm going up the East Coast. So what's up in the East Coast? We know there's one in Virginia. One of y'all gave me a Revolution. What's the name of it? Anyway, okay, so let's say, so Bill and Joe, thank you for your support over time. Rest up. Yes, I might just sleep the first 2 days when I get back from. So here's Rob. He's been on the road for 6 months, 9 meetups. And today I made it back to home base. Welcome back to Minneapolis. You're probably missing the warmer temps because I have 40 very dear van friends. And that's what we do, right? Is we just make friends along the road. So here's C Car T. Do what you need to stay healthy. I was beginning to worry about you due to the direction of your channel. It seems that most of your videos have been shot from interior van instead of, the wild nature, because I'm in here working with the partners on, you get, right? So yeah, I'm really excited. Instead of getting out and exploring, I know you got a lot going on, so take care. Looking forward to seeing you come back, refresh at the end of August. Thank you. Much appreciate that. Here's Peggy and husband Ashley headed for Bisbee. That's going to be so great. We never would have found your van, good people, or so much fun without you. Thank you, Peggy. I appreciate that. It's so grateful for you. So here's Dale said, I've been watching your videos from the beginning with your $100,000, not yo-yo, but tape measure, sir. Your first meal. Oh yeah, my fillet of fish. Of my Volta system at the. Videos help me. Just go for it. Have a look back. So much. Thank you, Dale. Appreciate that. Endless RV in Alabama. Here's Kim and Tim. Watch from Fort Worth at Costco. Completely understand your time for recharge. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Sherry, God love you. So happy you're taking care of yourself. Thank you, Sherry. You've built an awesome van family. Texahoma, Oklahoma. We'll be talking soon, Sherry. Here's Ohio Sharon. That's kind of gloomy weather, isn't it? Here's Sherry. Because of you, I was at Cadillac Ranch waiting in water and muck spray painting my parents' names on the Cadillacs. Yeah, it's just off of what's really the interstate, but it's on Route 66, right? That's all that remains is the Cadillacs there. So great. In fact, there's so much paint, right, Sherry? You can hardly tell they're cars anymore. Matt, thank you very much. I don't have my jingle jar. I wasn't expecting. So jingle, jingle, jingle. Thank you, sir, for creating. Thank you, Scott, for creating this community. I'm glad that you're taking care of yourself. Thank you. And Matt was with us at the eclipse, and he knows how much fun we had. Oh my gosh, it was so great. And we got to see the eclipse of weather. It was a van life miracle, I'm telling you. Kind of all over Texas for sure, but over our little space, 100% sure. Justin, thanks. Scott, thanks to you and your channel. I've traveled the country for nearly 3 years, met dozens of like-minded people. Yeah, true van friends, right? Justin's so great. He's just so great. And my favorite dog. Emma says, thanks for all the great information helping us find Embassy RV. Take care of yourself. Be seeing you. Yes, sir. Here's YouTube user. Hello from South Vienna, Ohio. Cold and rainy. We love you, Scott. Do what you need to do. Yeah, not disappearing, not quitting. Just taking some time off, doing things a little differently when we get back. So I appreciate that. Jane and Roger, thank you. Joining from State Park Campground outside of Metropolis, Illinois. Superman says hi. These folks were true believers early on, like many of you. So thank you, Roger and Jane, for your support. In fact, they were a guest host on What's Up Wednesday because I didn't want to break the continuous thing, right? YouTube user, thank you. Appreciate that. Jingle jar. I don't have it out tonight, so let's have a toast. Thank you, YouTube user. I must say I need to replenish my supply because we did some bourbon tasting at the old Eclipse Van Brie. Pretty funny. Bisbee. Oh, yes, sir. Roads of Life. Thank you. Appreciate your call today. That was, wow, that's a generous one. Thank you, sir. That is going to buy me a Van Brie size of the Maker's Mark, which was polished off at the Van Brie Eclipse. So thank you, sir. Appreciate that. And thank you for words of wisdom and support over the years. You're amazing. Here's John. In Western New York, thanks for what you do for the community. You've built something great here and earned a break from it. You've connected Sue and me to so many great friends. And that's the whole point. Thank you, John, Sue. I appreciate that. You're just amazing in your panoramic. Welcome to Fort Collins, Colorado. I can't wait to get back to Colorado. It's not going to be this year. There's Frisco T in the house. Thank you for your phone call earlier today, ma'am. Appreciate that. She's a great gal. She has a YouTube channel, by the way, called Beyond the Fern. So help her out. She's putting out the content, and she knows it's a lot of work. Helping people, right? That's what it's about. John says, you were the first YouTuber we found to watch about the Travado and were instrumental in helping us decide to get one. Bravo. Thank you, John. We're going to see you in Bisbee shortly. I'm really excited about that. Ginger Walkabout, ladies and gentlemen. Ginger Walkabout in the house. How to make the balloons happen? This way? I think so, right? Yeah, balloons for Ginger Walkabout. Nothing but love for you, my Travado brother. I got out of YouTube game after 2 years, so you definitely deserve a break after 6. Yes, ma'am. And thank you for hosting us for the eclipse. It was so much fun. YouTube is we support you, Scott, and I do appreciate all of you. This is so great. Here's Pam, the microphone lady. Hi, Scott. We're grateful for all you've done. We are here for you. We are in it together beyond YouTube. Yes, ma'am. And that's the whole thing. Van friends without YouTube, right? I got something in my eyes too. I love you, Matt. Mason Mike in the house. Love you, Vanbro. You can read, right? Thanks, Mike. Frisco T, the Van fam is always here for you, YouTube or not. It's the gatherings and sharing of good times that matter most. Yes, ma'am. And that's what I'm committed to doing. Karen. Wow, great to see you, ma'am. Headed back to GEG from wintering in Arizona. Going to be going to Texas for a total eclipse. So hopefully we're in Texas for the total eclipse. It happened on Monday. Deborah says, hi, all. Do what you need, Scott. Yes, ma'am. Good advice. Peggy, the most honest, friendly person we've ever met. Please let us know how we can help. Just keep hanging around, please. What I would just hate to see is the subscribers to crash and YouTube completely ignore me. I'm not planning on any of that, but Patreon's the best way to kind of be involved for zero money, just so we can keep in touch if nothing else. Judy says, thank you, Scott, for being you. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that. Kate says, you give a ton, so you absolutely have to refill your cup. That's a good point, because I've kind of gotten to the point where the fun's gone out of it, so I just need to rekindle the fun. If I look at my earlier videos, if you haven't seen them, they're pretty funny, because I really didn't care what YouTube was doing. I did YouTube for a couple of years. I didn't monetize the channel, thinking I wouldn't really need the income, but with COVID, I monetized in April of 2020, and that's when everything kind of tipped into like, because I, working with our embassy a little bit and what have you. But anyway, thank you. I'm looking forward to refilling my cup. Tonight, what I'm going to do, actually, thank you, Kate. I appreciate that. Is I've been on a Hawaii Five-0, the classic. I'm up to season 7 binge. Tonight, I'm on season 1 of Star Trek, like the original. I'm on episode, I think, 4. So tonight, I'm watching some Star Trek. Here's New York Ron. Good to see you, sir. Here's Sherry. This is lovely. I appreciate you so much. Everyone deserves vacation and a break. Other YouTubers have done it. You're the best communicator. I try. There's Eileen. Good for you. Be well. Thank you, Eileen. I appreciate that. Here's Pam. Microphone Pam. Take care of you. Yes, ma'am. Wow, that's a generous one too. Thank you so very much. Come join us on Patreon. I think you are at even the $0 level. Very serious. I want to grow that community because we're going to do some fun stuff. In fact, as a secret little, don't tell anybody. Thank you, Pam, for that. I really appreciate it. So you saw my monthly income on YouTube is about $1,200, $1,300 a month. We have a small group, passionate group. We're making van friends. You're all making travel plans together. I'm making $700 a month with less than 60 folks on Patreon. With such fun and kind of minimal effort. You've seen that I've been pretty vigorous there lately. So anyway, comparison. Linda, you're absolutely deserving of a sabbatical. Your work has been appreciated. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate that. Neil and Britt, God love you. They got some big, cool announcements coming up. I'll let them do it. And they've had a tough week last week too, right? Holy cow. And the funny thing is they have a great YouTube channel, Neil and Britt, surprisingly. I'm looking forward to watching other people's content. Because I'm so busy doing my stuff, I don't get to see everybody else. Yeah, just a little time off. Live free. Can't wait for your next YouTube adventure, nor I. I'm really excited to travel without the overhead. Just experiment with that. I don't know anything different. I never really realized that. Roads of Life has a great YouTube channel. So I did I do a couple videos a month. I can't keep up. You're doing at least 4 a month, if not more. Take a break. Thank you, sir. Van life is life, not work. Well said, as always. Neil and Britt, we're getting tens of thousands of views more every day, every 28 days than we started. We are only making like $10 to $20 more in the same period of time. YouTube has gone very downhill for creator pay. Yeah, they need to figure something out. They just need to figure something out. And the problem is, my YouTube analysis and commentary is, it's a view game. I get it. But to get the views, you got to be negative, nasty, repurposing other people's content and commenting on it. Or just fake, flat out fake. Just not doing it. So, Endless says, you never do clickbait. I love that. Thanks. I tried a few, and you know what? Those videos perform 2x over the other side of the video. So, I'm doing what's right for my heart and what I think is right for the audience at the expense of income. And I just need a break. You guys are also great. Love you. Sure. Thank you. Alfred, we're going to see you in Bisbee. I can't wait. Do what's best for you. Ooh, there we go. Fireworks. Thank you, Alfred. We take the mine tour again? Let's see. This is a good one. Thank you, Rob. You aren't family, Scott. Man, I really felt like I was letting everybody down. So we've got a really great core group of several hundred folks, and we've met many of you in person, and those are the ones I felt most like letting down, disappointing, because we've put collectively so much effort into this together. So I appreciate that, Rob. Thank you. Moonlight, there you are. Met that fine group at a Florida State campground. Good evening. Nice to see you. Glad to have you here. We got a lot of comments. Full account. Let's see. Congrats to you and Kyle. Susan and I are 35th. Having her put up with me. Yes, sir. Well said, as always. Craig, thanks for all you've done for us. Enjoy your break reset. Hope you've got it all figured out for yourself. Not yet. You provide way more value than you receive. We wish you happiness and success. Take care. Thanks, Craig. I appreciate that, sir. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to experimenting on this whole thing. Am I going back to corporate America? Absolutely not. So we got to figure this out. Otherwise, I'm living off savings, and that's not super great. Mike, in the house. Good to see you, sir. Please know that we love you and stand by. Thank you. I stand by you. Thanks, Mike. He's the greatest guy. So Endless saying, looking forward to your new style of videos. You will do great. Yeah, I'm really thank you for that. I really am excited about that. And if I give the algorithm a pause, right, and then start making some cool, short, instructive, beautiful travel videos, we'll see if it picks me back up. And I'm going to probably incorporate a bourbon. It's a whole nother audience. So the destination is about the bourbon. I just happen to be in the van getting there. That's kind of going to be the tie-in. In fact, I actually, for about a week, and I talked with, some of you ad nauseum about this. I called Joe and Kate Russo and got their thoughts, and me and Kyle hashed over. And I've thought about stopping this channel, or just letting it sit, and then starting a new one around bourbon. And I'm like, I looked at some bourbon videos, and I'm like, the thought of starting a new channel exhausts me before even trying to figure out a name for it, which all the cool ones are taken. So we're just going to incorporate a lot of bourbon going forward, because that's a whole audience we probably haven't tapped into. Maybe there's a revenue source there. ABC Wine and Liquor, I don't know. So traveling to cool places that have bourbon involved, that's probably going to be high on the list. Thank you. I appreciate that. Moonlight Gypsy. Kate, very exciting. Best of luck, Scott. You're going to be missed here. Yes, John. Thank you. I appreciate that. We'll pop in there now and again. Please follow us on Patreon. It costs you $0. We'll put some stuff there for sure. But what's the saying? The heart grows fonder when there's some distance or something like that. I don't know. You're the man. Thank you, Laurie. I appreciate that. Best of luck, Scott. Your inspiration. Don't forget updates on bourbon favorites. Yeah. So maybe that'll be some of the experiments, right? Kind of get the old YouTube wound up on, hey, we're going to go to this distillery, or maybe it's a vodka. What's the vodka Harvest Host chain bridge, right? Maybe that's one. Day trip overnight. I'm going to start traveling like most of you. This whole thing of full time, never got a medal for that anyway. Didn't expect one, but microphone Pam. Peggy Owens, we got you. Please stop by on your way home. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a great idea. Wow, that's a whopper. Peggy, thank you, ma'am. Okay, that's it. We're stopping by. Thank you. And we'll take good care of Ashley. We will not abandon him at any place he is. I can't wait to hang out with him. He's kind of the silent partner. Bill and Joe, God love you. Ricky, I just told you that you work so hard at Peace, Love, and Vans. Enjoy your time off and take care of yourself. Thank you, Ricky. I appreciate that. And Peace, Love, and Vans this year now is in March of next year. Did I say that right? Peace, Love, and Vans for next year is in March, about a month later than before. So we'll have to kind of play that by ear. But since I'm not scurrying out of Florida, maybe that will still be a destination. We'll see. Karen, God love you. Roads of Life. What was that Colorado bourbon you mentioned to us on the phone? Breckenridge, like the ski resort. It's really good. It's really hard to find, I've found, because I really enjoyed it. It's made in Colorado. I think it's even Rickhouse up I don't want to quote that. But what their kind of claim to fame is, because all this stuff comes out of the cask, unless it's cask strength, which can be really potent. It's they cut it with water, right, to get it to a certain proof level in the bottle. And in fact, please hold. What their claim to fame, it's unopened. Notice that? Oh, this is self-control, discipline, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you can see this. Their claim to fame is whiskey with snow melt water from the Rocky Mountains. So it's a blend like most of these are to a taste point, but what they do is they reduce the proof by using snow melt to dilute out of the barrel. Pretty cool. So this is, what's it say there? 86 proof. So it's really good. It's on the mild side, 86 proof. Hello. So if you want to try that, I would definitely pick up a bottle of that. And not super expensive, $40 maybe. Neil, like I said, you guys are making this really easier than I thought it would be. I appreciate y'all. This is just so great. Like I said in the text earlier, you are a supreme leader of van life. You got the majority of us into vans in this lifestyle. And for that, my heart is ever grateful because I stood on shoulders of others. Less jump, more journey. Fade Unbound or the Rear of the Roost was probably my favorite. Keep Your Daydream. So it's just all of us working together, right? And now Neil and Britt, you are helping people find their place in this so great. For those YouTube users, for those who bring us sunshine to the lives of others, cannot keep it from themselves. Thanks for the sunshine as well, the useful information. Thank you. I appreciate that. Jim saying, just became a true believer. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I've thought about doing Patreon for a while. Happy to support your efforts. You play a big part in the van I bought last fall and where I bought it. Thank you, Jim. That really means a lot to me. And it's just, this was the biggest thing I was worried about, is letting everybody down. And thank you for that nice comment. Jerome, take a break. When you come back, just do the live ones for a little while. So no need for editing, which would be easier. Yeah, I put a lot of effort into the What's Up Wednesdays. I've already got some ideas on different formats. So it's a good point. I just didn't want to be like everybody else, just turning on a microphone, camera and going. But we're going to figure it out. We're going to do some fun things. Bought a lot of equipment to do it right. Let's see. Yeah, you missed a good time, Tim and Kim, but we were thinking about you. In fact, Ginger was talking about you a lot too. Let's see. Doris wants to know, will we be seeing at the embassy gathering in June, 1 week anniversary in our embassy? We never would have found it without your channel. Thank you for having integrity, honesty, and all class BS. Classy BS. Thank you. Short answer, no, I will not be joining the June event. Now, Embassy's got one planned, I think, out west further, but that's going to be middle of my. We'll see. We'll see. At this point, no plans. A nice chat with Terry at Embassy, and he, again, understands, supports, and there's Jack. Thank you, Scott, for everything you do for us. Take the needed break. Look forward to August. We cherish you and all the other friends we've met through the years. Yes, sir. And thank you for Pam's. Aaron, welcome to the show. It's so great. See, here's Lyle. Oh, Lyle. Hey, Scott, we're going to miss your content. It was you who motivated Pat me to attend many Vanberries and meetups, and you guys had some fun, right? I know you did. Thank you. I appreciate that. We're going to do more. This isn't over. It's just taking a pause, right? Let's see. Here's John. Thank you, sir. I'm still going to drink bourbon every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for everything, Scott. Maybe let's do a pop-in bourbon happy hour. What do you think about that? It's not a bad idea. Just kind of pop in for 15, 20 minutes. The only problem with this is it's one way. You can see and hear me. I can only read texts, but that's not a bad idea at all. And we'll do the thing so YouTube can find bourbon. I was literally this close. I spent 2 days researching, starting a new channel. Thank you, John, for that generous gift. You're so nice. But the more I looked at it, I'm like, you're crazy. You got this great following. Some of us kind of enjoy bourbon. I discovered that through van life. Who knew? So just tag bourbon in there. Here's Relative Life. The Kentucky bourbon I was talking about was Wolcott Rickhouse Reserve. Holy cow, I never heard of that. You should see my list of bourbon. What am I trying to do here, Scott? Screenshot in there. That's right, Baja. Yeah, you guys can all go to Baja. We'll do a YouTube live. You guys will be the guest stars. Mason Mike, now we're even on the choke up session, like when I hosted your What's Up Wednesday during your vacation. And we took a cruise. That was in October of 2022. Holy cow. Love our van family, especially when instigating Justin, like while you feed him Doritos and grub. We all enjoy feeding and watering Justin. It's great. And if he gets free Wi-Fi, who knew? So Just was at the Eclipse at the Ginger Ranch. And thanks for letting me empty my gray tank in your garage. Yeah, it was a bourbon moment. So great. He's kidding, of course. Although I have a good word, she allowed him to empty the cassette toilet in the house toilet. So she's a tough gal. She's got to like you, though, for that to happen. Let me tell you. Here's Matt. We all know what we're talking about here, and we won't go any further. We had a wild and crazy weekend. Holy cow. Here's Michelle. Good to see you, ma'am. Let's see. Yes, on the mine tour. Oh, there he is. Let's see. I'm feeling better already. I was so ridden with anxiety. The partner, the decision, the partners, and then this. I can't tell you how better I feel already. Let's see. Ron says, Scott, you deserve a vacation. Enjoy exploring without making videos. Van on. Yes, sir. I appreciate that. That's so great. Karen says, thank you for being true. Yeah, it's just... Wow. Kathy, you inspired me to make an offer on a van. Life is short. Thank you so much for all you've done. Until we meet again, we are still with you and hope to see you pop up when you can. And we will do that. Congratulations, Kathy. Let us know what you got your offer on. That's super impressive. This will probably happen, Mason Mike. Thank you. No bonfires with Duraflame logs, though. I'll get my propane thing out. We'll do that. Holy cow, that bonfire last year with Duraflame logs. Let's see. So Ranger Horse, how did your partners deal with you on the road? Oh, how did your partner deal with you on the road? Mine would kill me. Been together a long time. He was doing the Airbnb thing. He too is going to kind of look at what can shift. So, but there's something very distinct, Ranger, about this go around that was very different. And I think the recent death of my dad, my mom, a couple years ago, I just realized that he's, and you all are, anchors to my present and future. So there was just a very weird feeling this go around. So, and we've had so much fun doing things together during this latest return to base camp. So, we got a cruise in May, got a cruise in June. We're talking about maybe a cruise in September. Ginger. He's really good at getting free cruises on casinos. Or the one in May. June is to Alaska. That's the only way I'm going to see Alaska is from a cruise boat. So we're just looking forward to having some fun. We worked really hard, really, really hard. And it's just time to just relish that for a little bit. Hopefully that makes sense. So Life says, if you start with a complete list of all bourbon distilleries in the U.S., that's a great idea. I thought about this kind of by state, right? And then if you start with a complete list of bourbon distilleries in the U.S. and touring them, yeah, that's a great idea. There's got to be a list out there someplace, right? Again, let them know I'm coming and set it up. And it's a whole thing about traveling to the distillery, sampling, talking to the distiller, showing the town a little bit, getting a free bottle of hooch from the, just saying, I think that's real. I can totally get into that. Plan a few weeks of that and then go back to Florida, have the mosquitoes bite me. I don't know. This is well said, Jerome. Thank you. Marketing is not about selling. It's about relationships, relationship with your customers, viewers. I think you've done that. I appreciate that. And I could make Neil and Britt, maybe Roads Alive, how many inquiries for a paid engagement? I probably get, I don't even know, 3, 4, 5 a day. I could do that, but it's so not true to me. And you're right, it's about the relationships of us. And that's what, thank you, Dane, Diane. That's what's about to me. So I would not cheat my audience who trust me to do that stuff. I'm only talking about the stuff I use and believe in, and I'm traveling in a van, so there's not much left, right? I never even did a thing on this. I use this thing all day, every day. Water jug. Anyway, you get the point. So great. Let's see. Frisco Tea. Have you ever heard of Long Branch Bourbon? Saw a truck with an ad on it and was wondering if it was tasty. Have not. And what I'll probably end up doing is having a much better record of the bourbons, where I bought it, how much I pay, tasting notes, right? And we'll put that as part of the program. Matt, we might do this. If you haven't seen the What's Up Wednesday we did with Thanksgiving and turkey dinners, I was reviewing turkey TV dinners. Maybe we'll do some fun stuff, right? It's a good idea, Matt. Thank you. He's just the greatest guy. Let's see. Yeah, right. Alfred, Bourbon Happy Hour Zoom call. Maybe we'll do that on Patreon. That would be great. Open to everybody. Let's see. I'm kind of skipping forward here so we don't go over time. Wow, you guys have all made this really easy. What is this one? Peggy's. Okay, so I got all those. Let's see. TV dinner time with Scott. That was actually a lot of fun, and many of you had a lot of fun with me. We could just, Salisbury steak. In fact, one of the things I wanted to do was do a video. This might be a fun pop-up one. On the way to a distillery, stay at a Cracker Barrel, and order the chicken and dumplings, which is the one I always order. It's the cheap thing on the menu. It's pretty good. And then compare that to the freeze-dried chicken and dumplings. So in the Cracker Barrel, order it, pick it up, bring it in the van, freeze-dried chicken and dumplings for like backpackers, and do a taste comparison on that. You all give me some good ideas tonight. Oh, this one's even better. TV dinner and bourbon time with Scott. I love it. It's so great. Bourbon, what do we say at the Giddy Up Mamboree? The bourbon bingo, and we could do bingo. Bourbon bingo and barbecue on Zoom Patreon. That would be, oh my God, that'd be hysterical. You all have warmed my heart beyond belief. Eileen says, there are no words to express my gratitude for all that you've done and for RVing community. Definitely will be there when you turn. Thanks for letting me join, even if I'm a tequila drinker. Eileen, I actually like tequila. The good stuff, neat. I like to taste the stuff. I don't know. So cruise meetup, that's an idea, right? That's an idea. I don't know. Maybe. Southern Comfort, yeah. SoCo Lime. That's so great. Don Julio, yeah, that's more my speed. All right, folks. So what I want to say is, again, just thank you for your understanding, your continued support. Please consider joining on Patreon. And even at the $0 level, at least be part of that. You'll be kept up to date. To participate at the higher levels, you get more treats. And I know it sounds like kind of a gimmick, but that's just where I'm going to put my energy. We'll do some of these pop-ups. Here's Jolene from Ohio, Aloha from Hawaii. Hawaii 5-0. Welcome, Dono. If you haven't watched those in a long time, the original ones, oh my God, they're so great. So this is our last scheduled What's Up Wednesday till end of August. I just want to thank all of you so much for your support over the years and going forward. And you never will know how much you mean to me. Without all of you out there, I wouldn't be doing this. I probably still have a corporate job. Wah, wah, wah. And yeah, I don't want to get saucy at the end. So until we see you soon, we'll see you soon. We're going to see a bunch of you just in a few days. I can't wait for that. That is going to be so great. So as Mason Mike says the best, journey on, Van Bro, and happy journey on to all of you. Thank you again for all your support. We'll see you on Patreon, and we'll see you down the road. Thank you again for all your support. You made it much easier on me tonight than I thought it would be. So thank you. Can we ever say thank you enough to the right people? Peace be with you.